Hello guys, as you know that this is the Mohammed Rain, and we in a previous lecture we had discussed that what is the language and communication types of the communication. Both of the types we discussed the verbal communication, and we also discussed the non-verbal communication. We went through the definitions, very simple definitions of the linguistics and the literature. But in today's section, we will be learning about the format of the sentence. That what are the different formats through which a sentence is formed or composed. Let's see. Let's go for that. When we talk about the format of the sentence, we have the different formats of the sentence. First, suppose for any sort of the sentence that gives a complete sense, we can have a very simple structure, we can have very simple format, that is the subject. And now, while dealing with the format of the sentence, different format of the sentence, the first format that we have is the subject plus verb. Simply the most and the very common format of the sentence, that a sentence can minimally be consisted of subject plus the verb. What is the subject? Simply we can say the subject is either a doer of an action or whom we talk about in a sentence. For suppose when I say that I am recording a video, here I is the doer of this recording, hence we would say that I is the subject in this sentence. But when I say that I am in the room, here the information is given about I, that's why we would count it as the subject. So subject is very much clear. Subject is something that we talk about or the doer of an action. And in a verb has a variant definition in accordance with its form. We have the auxiliary verbs, we have the action verbs, we have the state verbs. State verbs are those verbs that can only be felt but do not have any sort of the physical action to be observed. So the first and very simple format of the sentence is subject plus verb. We can have the example of this. She loved. She loved. We have the very simple example. She is the subject and love is the verb. She loved. And she can love anything. We will, when we will be learning about the other types, then we will be covering that what are the other words or elements that can come into the sentence. So this was regarding the subject plus verb. In other structure that a sentence can has, here we go for this one. Here guys, we have this structure subject, verb plus complement. We have already defined the subject and verb, that what the subject and verb can be. Here we go for the complement. Complement is added into the sentence in order to complete the sentence. It does nothing other than completing the sentence. And as far as thing is concerned, with its status or its category into the word classes or the parts of speech, it is always either a noun or adjective. For suppose I can give you the example with the sentence. It is a big problem. See, we have it as the subject is a verb and big problem. Here the big problem is the complement, because I told you that it is the status in the grammar either an adjective or a noun. We can also put another example. She leaves for school. In this sentence, the school is the complement because it just completes the sentence, doing nothing other than completing the sentence. And in a formal sentence, we have the big problem as an adjective, it is also a complement. So our complement can either be the adjective or the noun. We learn another format of the sentence, subject, verb in the complement. Subject is the doer of an action or whom we talk about in a sentence. Verb, I told you it varies according to its types. And the complement, what is the complement? Complement is either a noun or an adjective. Like we observed in both of the sentences, it is a big problem. Here the big problem is the complement and it is adjective. Big is the adjective in a grammar. And school is the noun. It has been used as a complement because the work of complement is just to complete the sentence, complete the sense of the sentence, nothing other than big. Now we will be moving towards the third format of the sentence. Here we have the third format of the sentence: subject, verb, object. So when we are already familiar with the both subject, what is the subject, what is the verb. Now it comes to deal with the object. What is the object? So object can be defined in a very simple way, that object is something that can be converted from active voice to the passive voice. Object is something that can be converted from active voice to passive voice. If it is not going to be converted from active to passive, simply we will say it is not the object. It would be the complement, or it is something else. It can be the adverbial too. We will also see that format of the adverbial too. So object is something that can be converted from active voice to the passive voice. We can have the example for this one. She drank water. In this sentence, water is the object. Why it's object? Because we can make the passive of the sentence. It owes to the passive. It is the object. Why? Because owing to the passive. It can be converted from active voice to the passive voice. Most of the other traditional teachers and other students learn from different books and teachers. The object is something that passes its action to the verb passes its action to the object. We have the very simple definitions. So as you can understand, if it is convertible to the passive voice, we will say that it's object. If it is not convertible to the passive voice, we won't say that it's object. We can go for the passive of this one. Water is drank by her. Now see, the passive is very easier. The passive is applicable to it. It is done. That's why we would say that the water here was the, what was it? It was the object, because we already defined the object as the something that can be converted from active to passive. So guys, in today's section we learned about 3 different formats of the sentence: subject plus verb, subject verb complement, and the subject verb object. So guys, stay connected with us for certain more videos, and we will be learning more regarding the grammar, and even we will be covering some topics of the literature. Thank you, goodbye, and have a nice day. See you some another time.